Welcome. You're joining me on this dark and foggy night to talk about these things. Now these are the D03 spotlights from Colight LED. We're here to talk about whether you should be putting them on your bike or not. So we're out here in some pretty nasty conditions. Rain, fog, there's flooding, there's branches that have come down in the wind, and I thought it'd be the perfect night to test out these new spotlights. So settle down, jump on board, let's go for a ride. Okay, so the best place to start is where it all began. So this winter, my car broke down. I was riding this bike to work every single day in the ice and the freezing cold, and I was setting off long before the sun came up. I cannot stress how many times it came close to serious disaster trying to spot ice with these lights. So you can see that there, that's the full beam, does virtually nothing. It's a tiny little spot in the middle of the road. I knew I needed something that could do this. I didn't want something overly expensive, and I didn't want something cheaply made. So I did a bit of digging. I reached out to Colight LED, and they agreed to send me a set to test and film for a review, which is why we're here today. So I want to stress that they have not paid me to make this video. These are all my genuine opinions, and I'm going to be telling you the good and the ugly. We'll start by getting into what features these lights actually have. So next to your thumb you have a switch that you install on the mirror stem. Now with one click of this switch, the side lights come on. These are amber backlights designed to make you visible to other traffic, but they don't do anything for you up ahead. That is where you get the second press of the button. This turns on the main spotlights. Now these are incredibly powerful. I believe they're 7,700 lumens or something like that, and they have a beam throw of around 500 meters. Now you do have a second button on this switch. So the second button, if you press once, whichever lighting mode you're in, backlight or main spotlight, it will start flashing. So you've got a simple flash there, like a blink, or you press it again and you have side-to-side strobes, one and then the other. Now this is obviously only an emergency feature. To turn them off, you simply press and hold the button and the lights turn off regardless of what setting they're in. So it is really nice and simple. As I say, I've been testing these for about 3 months. The only issue I've had with them was probably my fault, where after a lot of pressure washing, I think water did get into the control box under the seat, and it started messing them up a bit. They'd randomly start flashing. They sent me another unit straight away, which I installed, and everything was right again. And I have actually come back to the old unit after a couple of months of it being sat indoors, and it now does work fine again. Oh, see, and there we go. They've just allowed me to spot this massive flood in the middle of the road. See that massive puddle there? Okay, we've made it to a green lane where we can do a little off-roading test. Now, I've never ridden a green lane like this on this bike, but I do now have the off-road tyres on, so we'll give it a go. As you can see, it's doing a real good job of lighting up any stones, sticks, anything on the ground that can trip me up, cause me any problems. Oh, it is slippy though. But yeah, it's nice. I'm noticing that the light, it isn't of an intensity that it just washes everything out or blinds me. It's like the perfect amount just to see everything. Right now I can see down there that there are no fallen trees, because if there was, you know, obviously I'd have to turn around now while I can, otherwise I'd end up going down here where it's narrow and getting stuck. Oh. Oh, it's just slush. There's water running down it. Whoa! Mud everywhere. The front tyre is slipping out everywhere. So we're riding on wet clay and rocks right now. Oh. And again, don't do this unless you know what you're doing. I'm not like advocating putting yourself in risky situations, but I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have these spotlights on, I can tell you. Yeah, that's it without them. Well, we've got the side lights on, which are actually helpful, but look right there. The trail is in darkness. It's way too sketchy. Oh, that's really deep dead leaves and mush. Whoa, 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 all over the place. And we made it. Okay, so we're on a lane now that I have never explored. We would flip on our main beam, and that is all that it does, guys. And I'm going to show you now the power of these D03 spotlights. It's actually crazy. Suddenly everything is lit up, your confidence is there, you can see what's coming, you can see what you're headed into. And that is the D03. Okay, so in terms of the installation, it was really straightforward. To wire them in, I just took the wiring harness, connected it to the battery, ran it underneath the seat, up between the fuel tanks and to the front. And these lamps are really easy to mount onto the crash bars. Okay, it's getting really, really foggy now, so I'm actually going to stop and put on the fog light filters to see if they make it any better. So it comes with these, and I believe the idea is to soften the light, reducing the glare and reducing what's getting reflected back at you. And I know that in off-roading, it's like Dakar and things like that, the amber light is preferred because it's better in dust and conditions like these. Let's continue to see what we think. It's definitely not quite as bright. There's a lot less reflection on the water particles in the air, so I'm able to see further through them to what's beyond. So fair enough, I didn't know if these would make any kind of difference, but it seems they do. I'm going to pop these off. You could see a squirrel snoring in the top of that tree, no problem. So the bad news is I don't actually know my way home unless we go back up this trail. So we're going in for round 2, but I think we're going to be okay. Weight back, keep traction on the rear wheel, nice and loose, steady pace, momentum. Okay, I'm enjoying nighttime off-roading on the Tenere 700 World Raid. I never thought I'd be saying that sentence. I wish you could get an idea of just how slick this is. Whoa, nearly ditched it. It's deep, deep mud. Oh, good branch to the head there. Nice, nice. Of course you can't see, but the back end is sliding all over the place. Trying to focus here. There's too many slippy roots trying to catch me out. Oh, we're on bedrock now. I'm back onto mud. Oh, slippy rocks. Yeah, this isn't a good idea, guys. Don't do this on your own in the middle of the night. Not a good idea, but we made it. Okay, off-road test complete. I'm really pleased with that. Nothing went wrong. The lights did an amazing job of picking out all the obstacles and the terrain. And yeah, I couldn't really be more happy with that. So I think I've covered everything there really is to cover. And please let me know if you have any other questions. And if this review has helped you decide that you want to buy these, you can pick them up at Colight LED in their winter sale right now. I think they're about 85 quid for the lights. You can also use this discount code on their website to get yourself a bit more of a deal. And yeah, I've done my best to give an honest sort of account of whether I like these lights, what I think of them, if they're worth buying, and whether you should mount these on your bike or not. And I think overall it's a big yes from me, because they just work and they do what I want them to. So I personally am happy. If you get them, I hope you're happy as well. If you do buy them or you have them already, please let me know what you think of them, because I'd like to know your opinion. And yeah, that will be it from me, I think. So thank you so much for watching this. I do appreciate it. If you got value from this review, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be a lot more on the way. I've got some really exciting things actually tucked up the sleeve on the way for you guys this spring. So stay tuned for that, ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.